What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jedi Jive. My name is Mike, and we got another episode of the Bad Batch to react to. This one's called Devil's Deal, episode 11. We're in the back half of the season now, so I've definitely been expecting things to start picking up plot-wise. Although in the last episode, there wasn't necessarily too much of a plot advancement. It was still a very enjoyable episode with them going to Raxus and obtaining that senator for Sid. So they're still running jobs for Sid. And whether or not they're going to continue doing that, we'll see what happens. But it looks like from the description of this episode, we're going to be running into rebel cells for the first time, and we're going to start seeing the beginnings of the clash between the rebels and the Empire, which is really interesting. And I'm hoping we get some more Crosshair and potentially, Tarkin and Rampart and their goons. A lot of different things can happen. We're in the back half of the season, and I'm expecting the plot to start picking up, but I'm also not going to be surprised. Let's see, there's about 5 episodes left. I won't be surprised if there's maybe 1 or 2 more sort of slower transitional episodes before we get to the real meaty finale and how they decide to take care of all that. Whether or not that's going to be like a 3 or 4 episode arc like they did for Clone Wars Season 7, where it was, a distinct 4 episode finale. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm loving what I'm seeing so far, and it seems as though in the last episode they were really playing up Omega's talent for strategy. We do know that she has a lot of skills that come to her naturally, or that she picks up skills quickly, but they made a point to really sort of outline how naturally and talented she was at the Dejarik game, the Star Wars chess game, and that Sid was quick to jump on that and try to make a profit off of her abilities. So I think Omega's talent for strategy is definitely going to come into play moving forward. We'll see what happens. We haven't really seen much of Crosshair and his gang. We saw him briefly in the last episode, and he was chasing them, and then that was that. So, we have Crosshair on their tails, we have Fennec Shand on their tails, we have Cad Bane on their tail. Everybody's chasing them. Eventually, we're going to end up back at Kamino. Eventually, we're going to run into Boba Fett because we've established that connection between Omega and Boba Fett. So there's a lot of things that we're expecting to happen. How they plan on getting there, we'll have to wait and see. But you know what? I'm excited for this. I don't think Devil's Deal refers to Maul like a lot of people were theorizing. But, anything's possible. And, yeah, I'm ready to jump in. Let's do this. Oh, is this Ryloth? Yeah. It must be Ryloth. Nice. Maybe we'll see some Cham Syndulla. Crosshair doesn't have his head bandage on anymore. There's Rampart.
Wouldn't you agree, Syndulla?
I will always support that which helps Ryloth.
Syndulla, that's Hera's mother?
General?
And Cham.
Do you share your wife's outlook?
Hell yes. Have we ever met Hera's mother?
Our new refinery will bring stability and growth to Ryloth once again.
This is similar to the last episode on Raxus.
We want Syndulla!
They want to hear from Cham. Is he going to do the same thing the Senator did on Raxus?
My friends, I understand your uneasiness. The one thing we have always done as a people is stand together to defend Ryloth. I trust them to protect us as they always have. The war has ended.
The war has just begun, my friend.
Ryloth's future.
What a shame your daughter is not here to share in this.
Are you kidding me?
Hera has other interests, Admiral.
Hera! She just dropped her name. She has other interests, like becoming the baddest pilot in the galaxy and kicking some Empire butt.
Anything suspicious yet?
It's Hera! Hera and Chopper, dude! Are you kidding me? Hell yes!
I don't know, Chop. Nothing looks out of the ordinary.
And she still has her accent. Dude, who would have thought we would have seen Hera in this episode? This is crazy.
Uncle Gobi told us to stay and gather intel.
Now I feel like I'm watching Rebels, man. This is crazy. Last week I felt like Clone Wars. This week feels like Rebels. Cool. Was that Leia's theme they just played a little bit of? Yeah. Na, na, na. It's similar. Does Hera have a theme and I'm forgetting it? Uh-oh. I can't believe it's Chopper, man.
What's happened now?
Okay, so she looks like, yeah, she'd be like
Sorry about this, General.
12 years old, maybe.
They were found inside a restricted zone.
Wow, dude. Are Hera and Omega gonna become friends? Since they appear to be like similar age?
What were you doing out there?
Hera, Chopper, inside. Now.
Chopper?
What was the point of fighting if we cannot accept peace?
We've been friends a long time, Sham. I'm telling you, the Imperials are up to something. You just don't want to see it.
Is that French accent from Ryloth?
Syndulla's fighters will always be loyal to him. They all must be dealt with.
Don't mess with Sham Syndulla. Oh, you'll get to fly one day, girl.
Do you still dream of flying?
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
She becomes one of the best.
If we need to fight, I am as capable as anyone. Gobi trusts me to do my part.
That fiery spirit. You remind me of myself at your age. My hope is that you won't ever have to live a life like mine.
But the Dunia mined here will rebuild parts of the galaxy affected by the war.
We were told this refinery would not be a military facility.
Under the Republic's rule, your planet was vulnerable, but that is no longer the case. The Empire is dedicated to protecting the interests of Ryloth.
Right.
Please excuse me. There's a matter I must address. You can see yourselves out?
Yeah. I love that this guy is just like covered in formalities, but he's clearly slimy. Wow, this is like all Ryloth stuff. We haven't even seen the Bad Batch yet.
I think I should stay here.
All right, but I was going to let you fly this time.
Really?
I guess it will have to wait.
Chop, cover for me!
It's great seeing Chopper again.
Police ship's been tagged.
Wow, cool shot, man. Love the planetary background there. That's awesome.
I've never seen a ship like that before.
Oh, okay. So this is how everything ties together. This is awesome, man. Great lighting.
Sid sent us, along with 36 blasters and a case of thermal detonators.
Hera and Omega gonna get to interact? I'd love to see that. Yes, dude. Hera looks like she might be a little bit older.
What type of ship is this?
A modified Omicron-class attack shuttle.
Huh.
Uh-huh. I'll be watching you.
We'll be best friends.
This is the sensor array, and that's the deflector shield. Over there's the nav reader, and this is the hyperdrive.
You sure know a lot about this.
So they are like similar
Do
age.
you fly? Flying is... it's about a feeling.
It's from the heart.
I'll show you my favorite part of the ship.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
You get to live on a starship? That's my dream.
Hera, we're leaving.
Thanks for the tour.
Anytime.
Okay, so Hera's what? Probably supposed to be a couple years older than her.
She's kind of strange. I like her.
Ah.
Did you know flying's about a feeling?
Wow, okay, so she learned a lesson from Hera in their brief interaction. Cool, man. So that's a tease of potentially Omega and Hera having a friendship moving forward in live action Hera and Omega in the Ahsoka series. That's possible. Man, Crosshair is definitely still Crosshair. Oh, it's one of those vehicles with wheels like from Rogue One.
These three were caught smuggling weapons onto the planet.
Miss Syndulla, I find your involvement in such matters to be most distressing.
Sham's behind this. She's the proof.
So she's only a child.
She is an insurgent.
Smuggling weapons? What was Hera thinking?
We must speak to Senator Ta immediately. What did you find out? Guilty of treason?
We must intercept that convoy before it reaches the capital.
I don't recall ever hearing what came about Hera's mother. Maybe I'm just forgetting. Maybe they mentioned that she died or something, but I'm starting to fear like we're going to witness Hera's mother getting killed here and see the story behind how she wasn't there in Rebels. Yeah, if I had to guess what's going to happen, Operation Save Hera is going to turn into Hera's mother biting it. Nice. A lot of classic sound effects. Nice. Badass move, dude. On the fly, too. Nice. Oh.
It's Syndulla. I knew it. What are you waiting for?
Shut up, you fat. Nice. She even took the time to switch it to stun. Oh. Nice. Yeah. That's what you get for messing with Cham Syndulla.
Tell them we surrender.
Surrender?
Keeping us alive, Senator.
Chopper.
How dare you attack our convoy? You are all traitors!
Oh, is he gonna kill him?
For years, I've watched you put your greed and self-interests above Ryloth.
Oh.
You are the one guilty of treason.
Yes, yes, yes.
He's the one holding the blaster.
Take him out, Cham. Oh, we know Cham lives. Is the mom gonna get caught in the crossfire?
Thank you for playing your part, Senator.
Uh-oh. Oh! Crosshair took him out. Shifty.
Get Hera out of here! Go!
Okay, yeah.
Arrest these insurgents for the attempted assassination of Ornfrey Tar. The Syndulla girl won't get far. Have our forces find her.
Oh, she'll get far, my friend. Wow, man. Dude, really cool episode. Really enjoyable. I thought I was not expecting that to be such a, you know, it was so heavy on the Ryloth stuff and the Syndulla stuff, and we did get a brief glimpse of the Bad Batch dropping the weaponry off for them and selling it to them, but that was a really quick scene. Hunter had one quick line, and then they left. We didn't get any lines from any of the other Bad Batch. Even Crosshair was still kind of like in the background in this episode, since he's always like sniping from the corner. He'll have a line or two, but then really he's just kind of like silent and off in the corner, like doing his job. So he took out Gobi there, and you know that was an important kill. But really, generally, this whole episode was about the Syndulla faction of the that cell of the rebel cell, and how Hera has. We knew that Hera has been with the rebels since the beginning, but here we really got to see young Hera, you know, really at the beginning of the rebellion, essentially, and how important she is and how important Cham Syndulla is. We hear about this stuff in retrospect in Rebels when Cham shows up, you know, and we talk about how he's been, a freedom fighter for the rebellion. But this was really cool to see sort of the genesis of that, and also like. They established Omega and Hera like had a little interaction there, which is awesome because they made friends with each other, and it kind of implied that they'll be interacting with each other more in the future, which is super exciting because to me that almost indirectly implies like, yep, we're going to be getting some live action Hera and Omega down the road, whether that's in the Ahsoka series and it'll deal with grown up Omega, and because Boba Fett hasn't shown up here, but it seems like it's almost inevitable that Omega and Boba Fett are going to have to interact because they're brother and sister, which stands to reason that in Book of Boba Fett, now that we've learned of this new character Omega through the Bad Batch, that she's going to come into play eventually in live action. That's obviously all speculation, and the fan in me wants that to happen, but it seems realistic at this point, the way that they're, the way that everything is converging. But I'm a big fan of this episode just because of like the alternate sort of getting to do something different in terms of, we're doing all this Syndulla stuff on Ryloth and twi'leks, and it seemed like it was really playing up that aspect of it, and I, really enjoyed that. Twi'leks are one of those species in Star Wars that are like, it's sort of like one of those go-to species that you can keep coming back to them, and it's just very Star Wars universe. It reminds you of Star Wars, and it's always fun seeing twi'leks, but to get into the inner workings of the politics of Ryloth and like how this is happening post Clone Wars, and there was that similarity with Raxus and how they're trying to tell all of their citizens, hey, this might be the best for us, so like we need to go along with it. But then like that senator in the last episode, and also Cham Syndulla in this episode, like his people, believe in him, and they want him to resist what's going on. So that's also really cool to see. And obviously, young Hera is really cool, but we also get Chopper, who, another fan favorite, and Dave Filoni, I'm sure, got to reprise his voice acting role for Chopper there. That's great fun. But in general, I love the fact that we got to see some of this. And like I said, it wasn't necessarily Bad Batch. Like, we didn't really get to see them at all, but still, this is it served its purpose here, and I'm really enjoying that they were able to do that. It's not what I was expecting. I'm hoping moving forward that what we just saw comes into play in later events. Like I said, particularly Omega and Hera. I hope they do get to interact more in the future. And they teased Jason Syndulla at the end of Rebels, Hera and Kanan's son. So whether or not he's going to come into play eventually, and interact with some of these characters, and a lot of things are possible, and they've kind of like blown open the doors for where they can go with all of this, and they've established these connections, and I think it would be a waste for them to establish these connections and then not use them. So I'm excited just because of that. Really cool episode, guys. I'm like I said, it didn't really go crazy in terms of advancing the plot of the Bad Batch themselves, but in terms of like Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch, and the way all of this story kind of plays together and ties together, this was really cool to see this, and I'm glad that they did this episode. So yeah, guys, I'm really eager to know what you guys thought about this. Let me know what you thought about the Hera and Chopper, or young Hera and young Chopper, even though Chopper looks the same. But let me know what you guys thought about those character appearances. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. If you want to check out the Jedi Jive Discord, I'll put a link in the description below. If you want to see fully unedited reaction, you can go to patreon.com/JediJive, and I've been putting up fully unedited reactions there. So yeah, guys, drop a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.